One of the biggest problems people make with their gut health cleanup is they don't hit everything at the same time. They either do a parasite cleanup, a Candida cleanup, or a bacterial type of cleanup. Problem: pathogens are like weeds. They all come together. They all overgrow at the same time. So the natural approach to cleaning up your garden, your microbiome, we're gonna take this garden approach because it makes things compliant for the video purposes. When your garden is overrun with a variety of weeds, traditional approaches of weeding are not penetrating biofilm. They're not pulling all the weeds from all the different possible weed types, from parasites all the way through to Candida, so it's incomplete. Not only that, if you do not penetrate the biofilm effectively and you do not rip the damn plants out of the roots all the way out, that makes them stronger. So they actually become more resistant and tougher to pull out in the future, okay? The next option you have is the medical option. And obviously this works, okay? So you have antibiotics, which are hitting bacteria. You're hitting antifungals, which is hitting like Candida and mold. And then you have antiparasitics, which is obviously for parasites. Which of those three options are going to hit everything? You can wait, because they're not, okay? So even if you hit parasites, you did not hit bacteria and fungal issues, and you are still gonna have a weedy environment or a weedy garden because you did not address the rest of the weeds in the garden, okay? And you're gonna still have an environment, so if parasites, if that weed is reintroduced, it's still gonna thrive. You still have a problem, okay? So we wanted to do a few things with our approach. One, we wanted something that uprooted all the bad weeds. Two, we wanted something that did not uproot the beneficial plants in the garden. That makes sense, right? We wanted something that was safe, that wasn't going to ruin the soil. You may strongly suggest that antibiotics are going to ruin the soil. It's going to create a bad environment for healthy plants to grow. We did not want to disrupt the environment in the garden so that good plants didn't thrive. So we landed on what we call nano scrub, but the ingredient in it is AG404. It is a very unique, safe, and effective silver. It is not traditional colloidal silver. Traditional colloidal silver, I don't think is proven to be safe and effective. So let's just start off with that. I don't think it does have human research studies showing that it's safe. Fact, this does. So that's a good starter. Number two, traditional colloidal silvers types of product are like a one-hit wonder. They pull one weed and they're out. That's just what it is. It's not going to pull weeds through the entire system. This pull weeds through the entire system. A little bit goes a long way. So what do we suggest? How do you take it? One, you start off with a low amount. A lot of people reach out to us and they say, I am very worried about discomforts. Well, you should be. Anytime you change the microbiome in any way, I'm not even just talking about diet. I'm talking you take too much of a prebiotic, probiotic, whatever. If you take something and you're taking a lot of whatever it is, it can cause you to be uncomfortable. So what is the answer to that? Don't take a lot of it, for hell's sakes. Start low. A lot of people are like, well, I'm going to take a lot or nothing. There's no sense in that. There's no common sense in that, okay? So with the nano scrub, you can start as low as a half a teaspoon. Take a half a teaspoon on an empty stomach, swish it in your mouth, rinse it around in your mouth for 15 seconds before swallowing, okay? And if you start low, and you do that for a couple days or a week and you're not feeling uncomfortable, you can slowly build up. You can build up to 6 teaspoons a day. Now, we usually say 3 teaspoons. I'm just being blunt and there's no filter on me, obviously. So I'm saying you can build up to 6 teaspoons a day, depending on how aggressive you want to go. And the timeline for using it is between 60 and 120 days. And the reason I say 60 to 120 days is because you all have different microbiomes. And some of you have mild issues and some of you have, think of it like a garden, right? Some of you have some weeds. Some of you have quite a few weeds. And some of you, frankly, have a lot of weeds and you need to pull a lot of stuff. You need to uproot a lot of bad stuff, right? So the amount you use and the time that you're going to use it over, it varies for each of you, right? So What I would suggest is 60 to 120 days. It's not something you need to stay on forever. That's not what we created here. This is not like a building the microbiome thing. It is something that is going to clean things out so that you can then therefore rebuild everything. Okay, that's what we're doing here. So the Nano Scrub, A, it's safe. B, it works super effective. Start low, work up. Normal people, most people are like, they build up to 3 to 6 teaspoons a day over 60 to 90 days. After you do this, then you introduce probiotics and all the prebiotics and all that stuff. The last thing I would suggest is, because this is uprooting things. Let's just go with that concept again. You're uprooting and pulling up weeds. It's not a bad idea to have a bag to collect everything, right? As you're pulling the weeds out, you want to shove it in a bag. For all of you people that grew up gardening and on ranches like I did, a binder. If you pair Nano Scrub with a great binder, that would be amazing. We have Cleanse, which we strongly encourage for obvious reasons. It's a very effective binder. It works extremely well with the Nano Scrub product. We've been using it a long time. But for this video's purpose, I really don't care. You want to use activated charcoal because that makes you happy, whatever, don't care. But pairing it with a binder is obviously going to be effective. I would not, so last, if a person has really slow motility, their system's clogged up, they are chronically constipated and have reflux and heartburn, you need to unclog the system first. Please send us a direct message and say, hey, I need help, or just send us a DM. Don't chat it. We can't respond in chats effectively. Send us a message and say, hey, I need to open detox pathways. I need to turn on my system and stop being reliant on laxatives and acid blockers so I can do an effective cleanup. And our people they'll ask questions and they'll build a simple protocol for you, okay? But for those of you looking for a one-hit wonder, for a weeding your garden effectively, to do what other products won't do, Nano Scrub. Ridiculously effective, safe, works great. Yes, my kids have taken it for years. Yes, I've taken it. We take it for everything from sore throats to when we get sick. Works great, okay? Hope this helps. Bye.